Hello, this is Akiko Sudano at StampinInTheMeadows.com in Downingtown, Pennsylvania. And thank you so much for joining me today. I am so excited. I have a sneak peek of a new product that is going to be available on January 5th, and this is a new product in the upcoming January through April 2023 annual mini catalog, and that will go live on January 5th. Let me see my computer here. I'm still waiting for this to show up so I can get myself situated here. Hopefully this does it for me. There we go. I see my video, and oh, here we go. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Chief, for joining me. And Karen, thank you so much for joining me. And a happy Sunday to you too, Karen. So this is the Seaside Bay stamp bundle, and it's a seaside themed stamp set. It's a cling stamp set, and it's got birds and shells, and then it's got the one little crab too. And then it also, since it's a bundle, it also has a set of dies that coordinate with it. Hi, Tara. Thank you so much for joining me. And it's got one of the fun things. It's got this die. This would be great for cutting like a sand bed, like a ground. You know, if you're doing a seaside scene, and you could cut your sand out of that. It's got dies that cut out all of the stamped images, and it's got some seagrass dies, and then these sweet little clamshells. And I'm going to use this clamshell for today's card. And so I'll take that aside. And then this is part of the By the Bay bundle. And By the Bay bundle also has, yes, Karen, this is gorgeous. That has got this gorgeous 6x6 designer series paper, and it's all with the nautical seaside theme with it. And so the thing about this bundle, this set of designer series paper, is that you've got both the gold foil, and then you've got the iridescent sparkly stuff, iridescent, I guess, shiny stuff. So you've got some nautical things where you've got the fish, and then this to me is a little bit Art Deco, this pattern as well. So I think that this could be used with a seaside theme, as well as some other kinds of themed cards. And then you've got this one. I just love this one. It's got the iridescent glossy stripes on it. This one's got the iridescent kind of splotches of like brushstroke colors. And then the colors in this pack are Balmy Blue, Coastal Cabana, Mint Macaron, Night of Navy, Petal Pink, Pool Party, and Sahara Sand. And this has got all of these little mussel shells, I guess. Hello, Chris. Thank you so much for joining me. And then it also has a lot of kind of abstract designs. And this one's got the gold foil streaks in it. And this is the sheet that I'm using for today's card. And then here's another one of those Art Deco kind of looks with it. And another fish one. And then this one this has got your seaside thing, but it's got the all of these stripes are these thin stripes of gold foil. And then this is just a piece of Night of Navy, and then it's got the iridescent stripes in it. And then this is another one with just the iridescent stripes of that. And then here's another one of the abstract design. And then on the other side, you've got some things, and I'm sure that these images you can cut out with the coordinating dies, but you've got some seaside things, and then you can see that there's little shells in the background there with the birds. And then you've got a number of these also designs where this is kind of like the one that was so popular, the Horizons DSP last year, where you've got kind of a background that you could create with it. And here's another one of those kinds of sheets. And this is the backs of the paper, so these don't have the any of the specialty treatment on it, but another one with the different shells. And then the thing about it too is that these will go with, like, if I haven't said it already, with a lot of your other current and retired nautical themed stamp sets. And then this is another bold, just background kind of thing. Another one with your seashell designs. This is very, very much got waves in it. And then this is more kind of stripes. And then this one is kind of a wood grain, kind of like a driftwood, and is kind of nice. And then this is your mussels without the iridescent treatment on it, and then more of your stripes, and then finally another one of your seashell background. So that is the By the Bay Designer Series paper, and this is a great little pack, and everything will be available when the new catalog comes out on January 5th. So I'm going to start with my card, and I have one of those Designer Series papers, and this is the abstract design one, and I'm going to adhere this to a starry sky card base. I think that the navy blue stripes there look real well with the starry sky, so I'm going to go ahead and adhere this, and I'm going to adhere this flat with just liquid glue, and there, just put it on. And this is a 4-inch by 5¼ inch panel, and I will have all of the sizes in my blog tomorrow morning when I go to publish this. And I'm going to adhere this like this with the with kind of so that it kind of curves upwards like this. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp my sentiment, and I'm using the thank you sentiment, thank you for everything sentiment, and I'm going to stamp that in starry sky on basic white. So I'm going to just do this real quickly, and I'm going to stamp it off kind of to the side here. That's right. Oops. Turn that over. Let's do this again. Just make sure want to make sure I wasn't upside down. There we go. I think that'll be fine. And then put this aside. And then I am going to use the large banner from the Stylish Shapes dies. Hi, Carol. Thank you so much for joining me. And I'm going to put the sentiment kind of on the side here so that I can decorate. So I'll put the sentiment on the bottom here, and I'll leave some decoration on the side here. So I'm going to stamp this. I'm going to put this up, take this over to my die cutting machine and run this through, and this will be good. There we go. Come on. Cut that out. Okay. All right. Good. So I've got my sentiment cut out here, and I'll end up just putting that on the bottom like that. Okay. Now let's do some more stamping. So one of the things that I had wanted to do was I had wanted to use the this fun die and make a I don't know if this is a clamshell or a scallop shell, but I want to make it so that it kind of opens and shuts. But then since I have so much gold here, what I wanted to do was I wanted to try to emboss it. And so what I've done here, and I played with this a couple of times, I took the the die and put that on my Versamark pad so that I could get some gold speckles. Now, the first time that I tried to do this, I pressed it a little too hard, and I got basically the idea was to try to get all of those just little dots because they're raised, just get the Versamark ink on those dots. But that was a little bit challenging. And so I ended up pressing a little too hard the first time, and it kind of went all over the place. Now, I actually think that looks pretty nice too. So that was the first time that I tried. So then I tried to do it a little bit easier, and then I ended up with a piece where it didn't get enough on all of the dots, so it didn't get all over there. So then, I think that this technique requires a little bit of trying, and that's the thing that I'm trying to say. So I did it a third time, and then I got this one, and I think that this has met the objectives in terms of getting all of the dots covered with the gold foil, not the gold foil, the gold embossing powder. And yeah, it looks sandy. So I think that one, I did not like this one because I didn't get all of my dots. So I would recommend trying it, but I think I would also favor going either this one or with this one because it really looks pretty with all the gold shimmer from the embossing on that, especially with the gold in the DSP there. So this is one of these two is what we're trying to achieve. So we want to make sure that so I have my Versamark pad here, and I'm going to open this, and I have a panel of Sahara sand cardstock, and so I want to just put my die directly on the ink pad here, and I want to kind of tap it because I want to make sure that I get all of those dots covered. And if I get too much, that's okay. So then I'm going to take this and I'm going to move this over to my, put this on my die cutting machine because the objective is to try to not get, because I've got Versamark on the edges here, and I want to try to not have to move that so much. So I'm going to do this on my die cutting machine. I'm going to put it down, and then I'm going to cut it. And then we will put the gold embossing powder on it, and we'll see how it comes out. There we go. So pull that through. And then here is my panel. See how it does that embossing while you cut it. Yeah, this is I ended up liking that too, Carol. I wasn't sure if which I would prefer. At first I thought it took me a while to realize that I had pressed too hard to get that. So it does require a little playing. And I definitely did not like the one where I didn't press it hard enough. So I definitely like going with more embossing than not, because you've just got more gold there with it, got more, and it looks sandy. So then I'm going to put the embossing powder on it, on this section here, and this one ended up coming kind of with a medium. So I've got a little bit more powder on this side and then a little bit less over here. You can see how that works. And I think that that's going to be fine. That's going to be kind of interesting. So I'm going to leave that like that. Now, one of the things that I had done a couple of times with this is I would, if I move it, then I end up with like hard curved lines. And if I did that, then I would go ahead and try to gently with my finger just kind of move that off so that I didn't have the distinct curvy line. And I think that comes from the outside of the shell where it cuts the outside. So then I'm going to go ahead and emboss with my heat tool, and I have my heat tool set on the high setting, and heat this up, and there it goes. It's just so, it's so pretty. Make sure everything is heated up. There we go. And you see, so it kind of looks like that sign is where it went over. It looks like it's a little sandy. So I like that. So then you've got these two score lines. So I'm going to go ahead and score. I'm going to fold them on the score lines. And then it kind of makes like a little pocket. And the shell will sit like this. Okay, so this is all ready. I'm going to put these aside here. And I think we're ready to assemble my card. And I've already done some other die cutting. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere my label to the card. And I'm going to go ahead and just do this with some liquid glue. That'll be fine. But just put some liquid glue across here. And line it up and try to get this straight. Kind of on the bottom here. There we go. There we go. And then there's some seagrass in there too. So I cut. There's two different dies for the seagrass. There's this is the big one, and then this is the small one. And I've got a big one, and then a small one. And I'm going to take these two, and I'm going to put them on the side here. And I'm going to use glue dots to adhere that. And hopefully I'm still in the camera. Yeah. Let's see here. I'm going to put this one on first. And I'll use two glue dots to adhere to that one. There we go. And that way I get a little bit of upward movement. Just stick it on the side of the label. See how I'm just doing things on the label over here, and then I'll put another one on the smaller one. And this one, I think I'm going to just go ahead and fold it there. Put this one on, and then I'm going to put this just on top of this so that I've got some seagrass going this way and some going this way. All right, and then there's a set of ribbon in this, but I wanted to bring out some of the pink here. So I have some of this petal pink ribbon, and I'm going to fold this in half. And I think that this piece that I have is just a little bit long, so I am going to trim it down, but I'm going to use glue dots again to adhere this, adhere it together. I'm going to do this first, and I'm going to see first how long this is. And I want to put it something like this. Okay, and I'll put a couple pieces in the back here, and then I'll trim my ribbon down. And one more right here. And I'll put my ribbon right here on the label, and then I will trim this piece so that it's just a little bit shorter. That was a little bit long. There we go. There we go. All right. And then I'm going to take my shell, and I'm going to put my shell on top of that. And I think since this is a pretty thick ribbon, I'm going to use Stampin' Dimensionals. I have my little half, here we go. I have my little half dimensionals, and I'm going to put them on the side of my shell. And I think that will be good for straddling the ribbon and giving me some nice support there. That's good. Yeah. Take off my covers. There we this like right, and I want to make sure I can see my sentiment. So I'll put it right here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to move this down just a little bit. I think there was a little bit more up on the top than I liked. There we go. And there. Yeah. There we go. I think that will work. There. Yeah. So this is just a fun element. It flips up. And then we have these gorgeous, gorgeous, and these are flat pearls. These are iridescent flat pearls that are also in the suite. They call them flat adhesive back pearls. So these are just really nice. And then I'm going to take one of these and then put one of them on the inside of my shell right here so that I've got like a little surprise when you go to open that. And then also, I don't use these enough. And so I looked at this and I thought, oh, this color looks almost like a mint macaron. So I'm going to go ahead and add a couple of these sea glass shapes to the sentiment on the bottom here. Let's see, there's so many different shapes, and I can just put a tiny one, 1, 2, 3 different ones here. And there we go. Just on the end there. There. And so that is, that's the front of my card. Okay, so for the inside, I have a basic white panel and another strip of this designer series paper. And this has got, I want to use this beautiful gold swoosh. So I'm going to adhere this to the bottom with liquid glue. There, and check the back, make sure I'm straight and I'm good. And then I will trim this extra off. Okay, there we go. And then I cut, oh, I forgot. I cut another one of these little seagrass shapes. So I've got to put that down, and then I'll put these little shells on the bottom. So I have, and the seagrass I cut from mint macaron, and I'm going to adhere this guy with a glue dot, and I'm going to let the glue dot hang out of the bottom there a little bit. And I'm going to I just want to make sure that this guy gets, stays on the card. There we go. So he's going to be there. And then I've got 3 of the shells, and these are the shells that from the dies. There's a larger one, and then the small one, and I've cut it out of the brushed gold metallic cardstock, and then I've got one cut out of Sahara sand and one out of petal pink. So I'll just put these on the bottom here, and I think I'll put the Sahara sand one on first. And just adhere these down with glue dots. And I love how the dies emboss while they cut. And then the petal pink one right here. Kind of just 3 shells across the bottom. And you know, this stamp set was, I thought, oh my goodness, these shells would be perfect for adorning the inside of the card. Hi, Amy. Thank you so much for joining me. That's okay. But these would be also great for the bottom of a card. But I decided do my card with the die cut shells like this. So I'm going to adhere this with some Stampin' Seal, and our card is done. And this bundle is going to be, everything's going to be available on January 5th, which is really great, because I don't know, I just remember that Januaries can be kind of dreary and cold, and so it's nice to have something fun to look forward to, enjoying and playing with. So that's great that that new catalog will be out there. And it's, I'll tell you what, that new catalog, I got mine when I went to Onstage, and it's a great catalog. It's got so many things. I think everybody's going to really be, you're not going to be disappointed. So there's the inside of the card, and there's the front of the card, and there's that fun little clamshell that's just so different with it flopping open like that. So that's what I wanted to show you. And this is a great little bundle, a great suite, and everyone will be able to enjoy it on January 5th. So everybody, have a great weekend, and have a great week, and relax after the busy weekend. Take care. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.